What is going on YouTube? This is the Machine King and I'm bringing you another deck profile. Now today I have a really cool profile that's actually not machines. I ordered the new support for my Cyber Dragon deck that just came out today. I'm so damn excited for it, and it's going to be in the mail soon, and then I'll have that profile up. Again, when Soul Fusion gets released, I'll do an updated Gears profile. But today we're going to talk about Burning Abyss. My last deck profile on Burning Abyss was, let's be really honest, it was pretty crap. I didn't do a very good job with it, and I kind of net decked a lot of the last deck, and it didn't play well. Like, it was okay, but then after I tested it more, it didn't work well. So I made this monstrosity of a deck. I'm really tempted to take it to my locals. I've tested it out online, and online against some of the better decks, it's actually done well because it's spammy. But it's a very interesting deck, and it's a very fun deck. But, I want to get right into this deck profile because it is very different than what people play with Burning Abyss, and essentially it is a rank 3 spam deck, and I've just been able to make a lot of board with this, more so than any other type of variant of Burning Abyss that I've played. But let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I need you all to bear with me here because my ratios are going to be different than the conventional stuff, so the conventional ratios, so please bear with me. Don't knock it till you try it. So the only 3 of the Burning Abyss monster that I run is Libic. And the reason that I run 3 Libic was because I was running 3 Skarm and 3 Farfa, and I was running 1 Libic. And come to find out, every time I would resolve Libic's effect to special summon Burning Abyss monster from my hand, whatever board I would make from that, it was beneficial because of that effect of getting that monster. So then I said, okay, I'll cut Farfa to 2. I did 3 Skarm and then 2 of 2 of these in Farfa, and then again, like, it became more consistent where I was making these bigger boards, and I was like, well, dang, like, let's try it at 3. And at 3, I've loved it. I run a small Burning Abyss engine, and every time this can go to the grave, I'm special summoning a Burning Abyss monster from my hand, and like, it's not getting destroyed. And it's been great. So I run 3 Libic, 3 Libic in the deck, and as I said, I cut down the deck a little bit of the engine. So like, I run the 2 Skarm and also the 2 Farfa, which were the kind of the main ones. Again, searching and banishing. I like it, but again, I like the 3 Libic, and then honestly, I run a Graph, a Seer, and then the other kind of Burning Abyss monster, the Tour Guide. So, like, other than that, that's all the Burning Abyss in the deck. Okay, going on, I run 3 Fiendish Rhino. Okay, I run 3 Fiendish Rhino because, again, his effect is really cool. Remember, with his effect, it's however he gets to the graveyard. Let me just confirm that. This card is sent to the graveyard. Okay, so it doesn't matter how this card is sent to the graveyard. As long as this card goes to the graveyard, you get that second effect. So Fiendish Rhino is pretty good. And even though I have reduced the number of Burning Abyss ratios, I still wouldn't cut Fiendish Rhino to 2. I still would keep it as it is. And then now the Phantom Knights. Okay, I run 3 boots. Okay, 2 cloak and the 1 gloves. I really wish this thing was a stinking secret rare because this really bothers me. What I love about this is because you can any of these to use boots as effect to special summon itself of the Phantom Knight monsters on the field. And again, the reason I don't play 3 cloak is just because of his effect, to get that extra bump. And truly, I mean, you could play 3 cloak. It's just kind of preference. And plus his secondary effect, I mean, is different, so I mean, it gives you a little bit more versatility in the deck. But that's the Phantom Knight engine that I run. I like it. And now kind of here's where the spice starts coming in. So I run 3 of the Cage Mucha Knight. This thing is just spam city, and what it allows you to do is you can essentially what I consider this is an extra playset of Phantom Knight boots, because truly you can summon any Phantom Knight monster in this deck, and this is in your hand. Because you normaled it, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so if you have a boot in this in hand, you can normal the boot and special summon this. But if you have like say a cloak, a boot, in this, okay, make sure your chains are on, you chain correctly, because what you're going to do is normal summon, say, the cloak. Then you want to use his effect of special summon because you normal summon to level 3, and then use Boots effect to special summon itself because you control a Phantom Knight monster. But he is just spam city, and the fact that he's really cheap, super budget, and it works in the deck, I mean, I cannot complain at all. This was the biggest pill to swallow, was buying these three Gallus. I was, as you can tell from my other deck profiles, I love Jester Confident, and I was running Jester Confident because it's essentially a little better effect than Gallus, because you don't have to draw the card, you can just special summon it when you get it. However, Gallus being a level 3, it just was needed in the deck. I mean, there's some crazy hands that you can get just because everything special summons itself. So I do run the 3 Gallus, and then I do run 3 of the Envoys. Just again, special summoning. Almost everything in this deck is everything in the deck is dark, besides a couple of the other cards and the hand traps. But I mean, other than that, some of the hand traps are light, and the Dantes are light. So I mean, again, this is pretty much becoming a staple of the 3 of in the deck. And now essentially for my slew of hand traps. Okay, so I played 2 Ash. You'll see it, 2 Ash, 2 Droll, 2 Ogre, 2 Veiler, and 1 Cerberus. Okay. So I run 9 hand traps. I've debated about cutting him out for a snow, but again, it's kind of preference. I honest to God, I don't know where my snow is. But if I get a snow, I'm probably going to cut him to run Fairy Tale Snow. But as of right now, like, this is the lineup that I like. Again, I get bashed for it a lot because I run 2 ofs of my hand traps instead of 3. And I was getting some advice from actually Thomas Rose, who topped at this past tournament, and getting his advice kind of on some hand traps and ratios and that kind of stuff. And I think what I'm going to end up doing, right now I currently don't own a 3rd Ogre or a 3rd Ash, or truly even a 3rd Droll. So I think what I'm going to do is, maybe once I can afford to get those, I can cut some of these to run, make it play sets. But other than that, I mean, I do like the ratios at 2 each, because I just feel, I don't know why, it's just when I run 3, I always find that I'm getting the another copy of it in my hand, and I'm using the effect already once, and I feel like I have a dead card. But I can't complain about it. I mean, these are just staples, just hand traps in general. I mean, you can run impermanents, you can run, you can run whatever, but that's just kind of what I use. And then, of course, the last 3, Second Light. Okay. So that's the main deck. Okay. Getting into the extra deck. So 2 Dantes. Okay. Didn't run 3. Don't need to run 3. You have the 1 Beatrice, and you have the 1 Pilgrim. So, like, kind of your Dante engine. Okay. All your Burning Abyss stuff. And then now, just for your XYZs, okay, you have DD King, Nightmare Shark, and I run Zen mains. Now, here's my thing with these. Okay, I love these effects. Okay, I love to be able to attack directly, and then DD, in my opinion, is just a staple for any BA deck. Zen mains, I was gonna run, was it the Bamboozling Shadow? But here's my thing with Zen mains, and I just tested this online this past weekend, and it actually came in really clutch for me. I was going first, and I drew a couple bad hands, and I was like, well, what can I do? And truly what ended up happening was my first turn, I went and Xyz'd into Zen mains and passed because my hand was crud, and ended up, because of his first effect, that if they attack you, you can just discard material. So essentially, you have to attack him 3 times to get him off the field. I never resolved his second effect, but my opponent had 3 monsters, and they're all beefy monsters, but really no effects. And it took 3 shots to get rid of my Zen mains, and come next turn, I actually ended up getting into my Borreload, took his monster, and I ended up winning next turn. So I was going to cut Zen mains, but I actually like it for more defensive purposes. But what I will say is I have a whole slew of links in the deck. So for the links, Nightmare Phoenix, okay, just overall good spot removal. Wee Witch, okay, just the dark comparison to like Great Fly and Hip Hostinger and all those attribute type link 2s, okay. Space Insulter, just again another generic link 2, and because I do run Underclock because of the Cyberse effect, also on order I have the Bomber Dragon that I'm going to replace, I think, Firewall with. Because then it adds another Cyberse target for this, and it very well could be that I end up running possibly Firewall or I cut Griffin, but I want to get that Bomber Dragon here some way, shape, or form. Summon Sorceress because she is a beauty, and she is amazing in the deck. In link 4 is Firewall, Griffin, Borreload. Okay. And what you're going to find on my Cyber Dragon profile is I'm actually have a cool build. It's pretty standard build, but my side is going to be pretty spicy, and I'm hoping that yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to show y'all because it's a good way to out the Borreload. It's good out for a Borreload. But I mean, this is the link setup that I have. Again, I'm probably gonna replace one of these with the Bomber Dragon, just for the sole fact of Bomber Dragon Cyberse. I might keep Fireball, Griffin. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna side whatever I take out. So it's nothing too major. So I'll leave it up to you all. Okay, if you all would like a combo video, kind of like how I did with Ancient Gears, if you would like that for Burning Abyss, please comment below. Again, like, subscribe. Right now, I'm pushing strong. It's 78 subscribers. Again, I'm probably not going to venture out too much. I'm still looking into ABCs to see if I can make it work. I haven't found anything I really like to make the deck viable again, but or actually want to throw down the money on right now. But after this, you know, I do have Cyber Dragons coming out, and then again, I can make combos and side decking videos for those if you all would like. But just comment below, tell me what you think, tell me what you would improve, like, subscribe, and this is the Machine King. I'm out, y'all.